Hey guys, WheatyWaffle here today, and we are looking at this beautiful stadium we finished in the live stream that happened just this past weekend. Oh, actually, we have a game coming up. 3:13. Oh, the game is about to start. Actually, let's just speed this up. I want to see how many people get in here. I just love when the stadium is full. So in the live stream, excuse me, that we just did over the weekend, we expanded Ashley Darby Academy of the Arts so that it included a stadium and a few additional buildings, got it all the way up to 5 stars. So right now the tuition is free, but I'm patiently waiting to be able to turn off universal education without our attractiveness dropping below the level we need to maintain 5 stars. And that'll go up as we keep winning, or as we start winning any games here at the football stadium. Right now we are not doing great. All right, so it looks like the stadium's filled with people. There we go, things are moving. Also in the live stream, we worked on this area here, Aleutian Flats. We finally finished this area out. If you remember, it was just this stadium back here with not much else going on here. So we expanded this area back just a bit, added in the aquarium, which fits perfectly between our rail line and our highway, and made this a leisure district, which might actually be the first leisure district we have in the whole city. So what I want to do today, in the live stream, we were kind of talking about just like all these dead-end highways we have. So we've got a dead-end highway here, jumping over here, we have a dead-end highway here, and it kind of came up that we could connect these together and try to maybe alleviate some traffic that way. Because if we're being honest, like, we're not going to be building up this mountain much, and this really has nowhere else to go. What I'm thinking is if we were to connect this highway to this highway, bring it underneath the mountain, we might actually get rid of some of the buildings here. We'll find out in a second. But that would kind of give us a beltway that loops all the way around our city. And at the end of our live stream, we also realized we really need to be thinking about getting some more people into the city to fill all the different demands and all the jobs we have. I mean, we're 10,000 people short for the jobs. So what I think we do, I think we're going to pause this once we've won our match. We're going to pause this and actually connect these two highways up to give us a beltway around the entire city. Now, how are we doing here? Have we won yet? We're still going. While we wait for this to finish, since these roads currently don't do anything anyway, I'm okay with backing them up. And if we look at the topography of this place, we can see that this area here is a part of this mountain that comes down. But this section is very similar in height to this section over here. Oh, we won. Very nice. Now everyone should start clearing out. We should hunt. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to pause this now that we're done with the game, and I'm going to try to connect this highway up.
Hey.
What I'm trying to do is get this to blend in. Ooh, we're almost there. Go back just a bit. Oh, it's perfect. That is exactly what we want. So it basically blends in with the rest of its surrounding.
Hey.
There we go. So now we have a highway comes all the way through. Ooh, it did remove all my rocks. I just had these beautiful rocks. And now they're all gone. Hold on. We gotta put these back. Let's just go a little boop. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so now we got this great highway. It comes directly underneath and it stays flat the whole time. That would have been one expensive project. So now what I want to do, I want this to stay elevated. And I'm wondering if I bring this to here, right? We're flat. This can it cross over this road without anarchy? It can. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. We're just doing a little development here. Some of these people are going to be unhappy about the changes, but these changes are necessary to actually drop this down just a bit, because we're going to need to get one more highway in here. This is going to be like much harder than I thought. Okay, hold on. Let's make this the same height as this one. That's not, you can't be real. Make this, lower this down. There we go. And now if I were to take this, like keep this lower down to the ground. There we go. That's not too bad. This needs to come down though. And I'm thinking these will cut underneath, then the rest of that could become a bridge. So let's make all of this elevated for this immediate area. Again, I know we're deleting, sorry y'all. I know we're removing tons of housing, but I promise it's worth it when we get all this finished. We do have a bridge, which is a little precarious, but I think what we would do instead of this bridge connecting here, this road would actually come right along the edge. Maybe even connect right into there. We'll keep this on the ground. Now, I do think we can probably safely de-zone all of this on this side for now. But we could also then safely probably zone that side. Okay. Oh, yes. Look at this highway. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. All right, so now we have an extra exit there, which is great. I do think, just kind of looking at this wall here, we're probably going to want a key along here. Okay. So now we have that highway connection. Now I think this to me is looking like prime real estate to become, let's see, if we were to, I think, upgrade. So you come on, it's a one-way exit. You come off here, it becomes a 2-lane. And I think I don't know why this is like 100 feet above the ground, but I think it does this weird, oh, actually we want this to be a 1-laner. There we go. So it does this weird thing where it comes off and you actually can pick your lane. Are you getting on that highway, or are you coming to connect up to here? It's actually not what I want to do. I didn't want to delete that either. What I really want to do, I think we introduce another off-ramp here. I do. I think we introduce another off-ramp, and since that's an on-ramp, this right here can become a 2-laner for a brief second. Then this, again, it's just another road to kind of get us to where we need to be. It's nothing extravagant, but it's a much quicker connection to this whole area than what we had before. Okay, so now we have, all right, whew, we've done a lot, y'all. We now have this highway. It comes from this edge over here, stays completely flat all the way through, and comes out on this side of the mountain. And then what happens once it gets over here is it goes through this residential area. If you remember, both these roads used to be the same height and there was houses on both sides, but now we've turned this whole corridor into a corridor for a highway. It slowly begins to separate out. There are some entrances and exits over here, which I think is great. So we did a bit of reworking right here, but for the most part kept the same integrity of that area as we had before. So now we've got a great connection, bypasses. Really, the only other highway connection, if you were over here and you wanted to get here, would be to come down all the way down the highway or go through the city. So now we've really created a shorter connection there. I think that's good. I think we're in a nice place, and it really does really fit very nicely with the rest of this road. Let's go ahead and fill in this tiny little area. I kind of want to use these tree-lined roads. We haven't really used them in this section just yet, but I think we should because they're really great. We'll bring that straight on down. Maybe we connect this here. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Just a little bit of connections there, and then maybe we do one additional connection here. Now, all of this can get small houses, low density residential. Maybe not this side where the highway is, but the rest of this for sure. And then let's just go ahead and zones look good. Really, we could just kind of encompass the whole highway with that. Oh wow, this comes all the way up. So let's go ahead and also think about, this is all pretty hilly. I think we do maybe one or two more houses in these areas, or one or two more side roads. But then I think these areas are pretty much done. I think we'll bring this down to here. Let's look at the topography. What do we have? Pretty steep. What we could do is let's turn all this off. Could bring one out this way. Diagonal streets that stay in line with everything. There we go. I think this one will come down and connect up. I think these two can connect. It's going to be a little steep, but that's okay. Same there. And then I think this will actually bring this kind of up like this. And I would love, I don't have one of these yet in the city. I know it's a little crazy, but I would love a five-way intersection. I think that's fantastic. All right, let's jump back to this district. I want to change this. This little spot is going to be a continuation, I believe somewhere. We used to have some self-sufficient low density. Sterling Park area is again going to be self-sufficient, but I would like to do some lower density housing here. Okay, so that's going to begin filling out, get us some more people in there. Are we doing okay? No crazy issues? Okay, so now we've got this all working. I'm tempted to also try to connect this over there. Right now, topography-wise, all this is about the same. What if we come in here? We've already got a 2-lane. We've got an avenue. Let's turn it into tree-lined. It's going to be a new area. Bring it to there. Then let's go ahead and turn this on. Just kind of follow the topography a bit, because it actually kind of leads us over to there. So I think this is going to come all that way. Comes all the way over. It's a really long road, but it gives us a good place to work off of, which I think is fantastic. I do want to take this road. I'm tempted to slightly rework this area eventually, but I feel like this could really be a nice connection, these two. They just naturally seem like they would connect. For now, though, I think what we do, can we send this underneath? Pretty much. We could even just go forward and then come through. And if we were ever going to connect to this, if I couldn't make it any more obvious that that's what we're doing. And then I think we're going to take one off of here, which will also just kind of come right on through and nearly perfectly connect up. I'm now going to go in and just throw down tons of roads. Here we go. Okay, so here is what we've ended up with. We've got 3 different suburban areas here, and people are already using these roads, which is so fantastic. But I wanted to try to keep it somewhat grid-like, and then that grid kind of begin to fall apart the further we get from the city. Now, something I did notice, I would love to take this right here, this road. And I want this road because it has that bike lane on it. And the more connectivity that we can give via bikes, the better. So let me go ahead. Let me just throw in this bike line. We'll bring it all the way to here. We'll loop around this area. And I think the bike line will also just kind of come down here and maybe dead end there for now. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to map out some districts. What I need from you guys is to tell me what these districts should be called in the comments below. Just let me know what you think. I think we're going to have one over here. Then we also are going to have this guy. Hemlock District, we have Green Square, and then I think this last one it's going to be quite big, but I think I want this whole area to be its own district, the Sunnyside District. Now this is filled in. All right, so now we've got 3 new districts in this area. I also know that I want this particular spot to be a park. I imagine this part of Hemlock District is kind of like, these are all going to be almost like small towns. Like this is going to have a small town feel to it, a lot of business in the gridded area and then suburbs surrounding here. Probably some business right along here in this corridor, and then suburbs, houses surrounding. This will probably be a lot of houses, I think, in this space. And I kind of want to mark this area too. We don't have much over here. So I was thinking that we might want to maybe mark this area as a park. It doesn't have many roads in it. Even if it is nothing fancy, I think it wouldn't hurt to give this area a bit more green space. Okay, so now we've got 2 different parks in this area as well as 3 different districts. I think they're pretty much ready for us to start just laying down pipes, power, and kind of get all of that stuff set up. So I'm going to leave the current grid we have. I'm not too worried about it. There's no reason to pull up the water pipes if we don't have to. What we're going to do, we're going to lay down zoning. Let's pause it because I really want to lay down some zoning and then see how it all comes in. So I would imagine this area here would absolutely have tons of business on it. And we'll start one at a time. So we're going to start with this district. I think this whole road would have some business. And then I think we would probably want to do, I think, maybe this side as well. Just like this. And maybe we do, I think, like a small town square type of thing. What I'm imagining is if we have this come all the way around, right? We leave this part blank. We then fill in, I think, all of these areas. This is all business. This is business. Okay, so this is our business for this area. This right here will be a cute little, I don't know, fountain park something. Then all of this, we're not going to do any, we're not going to unpause it just yet. We're going to leave it paused. And I at least want to see one of these areas fill in before we end the part here. There we go. Oh, we have one more spot. This can become that. Okay, great. So now let's, before we hit go, let's remember paths. Because if we do the paths now, then we don't have to worry about destroying things in the future. Road guidelines. Let's turn that off. There we go. This is going to do a lot of the destroying of things for us. So if a spot can't stay zoned, we'll know that now versus once it's too late. And now we can actually fix that there. We can get rid of this one, this one. Okay, that looks nice. We'll connect it into there. And I think that's probably pretty good. I guess the last spot I would want one is I do want one to come out here and straight down like that. And then I want it to kind of curve around the back. We'll cut into here a bit. And then we're just going to go straight up and straight down. So now we have this entire area zoned. The last thing we need is services. So let's go ahead and give this area a hospital. We'll actually throw the hospital, if this is our town square, we'll throw the hospital close to the downtown. And I think this area would definitely get a cemetery before they would get something like a crematorium. So we're going to clear that off. Then for fire, again, this is our downtown-ish area for this section. So we'll put our police, our fire station close by. We'll put our police station. I wouldn't mind that there. And actually, let's ditch whatever was going to go there. Education, we need a school. I think the school can go, I'd like it to be totally flush. There we go. That's not bad. And then the high school can definitely go in this area. I would love to have just a big high school over in this area. We'll have to do bus lines and everything, but first, this is the heart of our downtown. Can we put either some kind of fancy building? That might be too fancy. What is this? City Hall. Might be too fancy. We've got an old church. I think for this one, I want to do like a little park in this area. What is this one? Statue of Wealth. I think this one looks really nice right there. And then all I want to do to this is add in one path directly behind it. Because then we can tree everything up. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what happens.
Hey,
Look at the little town square. We have this cute little statue in the middle, surrounded by a few businesses, local mom and pop places, best of best shops. It's just a pharmacy. And then we've got residential suburban sprawl, working its way out, which is really exciting. We're just going to let this keep going, and I think in the next part we'll try to fill in the rest of these districts. But so far, I mean, this hasn't had a huge impact just yet on our total population. If you look, we're at 77,639. We're slowly working our way up, but it's a slow grind. We have more need for for commercial. And we just did this whole commercial area, so I think we're gonna just kind of let this stuff balance out. At the start of this, we were curious if we were filling all of our jobs. Let's see. So we have 45,000 jobs and still have 46 or 36,000 people. So this is slow moving, but I think as these places continue to level up, we'll have more and more households move in. So in the next part, I want to take a bit more time just working on this area, detailing it, giving it maybe a park and a few other amenities to increase the land value. And we'll try to get more people in here. But I think this area here, once this is really filled out, we're going to hit that 100,000 mark pretty quickly. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave some comments below about what we should name these 3 new districts. I am open to renaming all 3 of them. So leave me what you think below, and also tell me if you have any ideas of what can make each of these other suburbs unique. We have this tiny little town square in this suburb. What should we do in these other 2? Let me know down below, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.